Hey, folks, it's Mark Arum. I hope you're enjoying the Mark Arum Show podcast. A reminder, you can hear this very radio show live Monday through Friday. We're live 6 to 8 p.m. Monday through Friday on 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk. 6:08 on a Thursday. Thank you, Smile, and Mark Arum, the Bananas, with you for one quick power outage hour. And then it's the Coach Kirby Smart Show and the Bulldog All-Stars. I have been without power since prior to 5 a.m. I am still without power, and it is all of 76 degrees on Peachtree Street, so Maya and Bosco are very sweaty. Bananas, you guys have your powers on? Longoria, living out in Cobb County, there's a lot of power outages there.
Yeah, I have power, no internet, and 2 trees back in my yard. So.
2 trees down.
2 trees down.
You have power.
I have power, but no internet.
But no internet.
Yeah, so the girls couldn't do school today.
All right.
They loved it. They loved it.
Of course.
We didn't.
Deborah Green in North Fulton County, the affluent suburb.
We were actually okay. We have power, we have internet, and the way the trees are on our property, they're kind of like short and squat, so if they were falling, they wouldn't hit the house. Right. So we're kind of lucky. We're very lucky.
Shrubs. We call those shrubs.
Oh, they're trees.
Bushes.
Yeah, that storm was no joke yesterday.
It was this morning.
Well, yeah. I was leaving. Well, I left here after midnight.
That's right. You had to work late yesterday.
That was a bit scary.
Yeah, so I am without power. The Georgia Power outage map. If you do have internet, you could check it out. It's very helpful, and it says that my area is still under assessment.
So did you have it this morning when you had to come in?
Yeah, I left the house because we started early on TV, so I left the house at maybe 2:30, and it was on.
Oh, okay, so you got it like right under the wire.
Yeah, and then Maya texted me at 5. I was like, all right, our power's out, and it's been out ever since.
I was watching you at 4 o'clock this morning.
Were you?
Yeah.
Aww.
I got up because the tree fell at 4:30, right around 4:30.
Yeah,
so I was already up.
Let me get Arum. Jazzercise filling in for Low T Chuck. Jazzercise, you've been here all morning too. Do you know if you have power at your house or what's the deal?
I do have power, but it just hit me. My internet's out. I haven't really used it, but I use internet on my phone.
Yeah.
And my phone's been acting weird. I thought it was because the new iPhone's out, but it's been acting weird, and I guess that's why my internet's out.
Yeah, there you go. My internet's out, my power's out, and I said to Maya, I'm like, well, I'll probably get a hotel room tonight so I can get ready for work tomorrow. She's like, what do you mean? I'm like, well, hot water. She's like, the hot water's working, dummy.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, you have a water heater, right?
Yeah. But I figured with no power that...
Is it gas?
I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not very bright when it comes to
Well, I'm sure if you haven't wasted it all day, like you haven't wasted the hot water, there's still hot water there.
Yeah.
You'd be able to take a shower.
Yeah, no, I washed my hands and brushed my teeth.
This is why we need locker rooms in the building
Yes,
for situations
that is
like
true.
this.
Now is not the time to ask for any fringe benefits here in radio, by the way. So I've reached out to Georgia Power. Hopefully get a representative on. I know at the height there were 1 million people in Georgia without power. We got hit harder with this storm than any other state, which is crazy to me.
No, it was bad.
It was awful this morning, just flat out awful. And I think God is mad at me. Remember, I was whining yesterday, and I was whining about the new 5 stop signs on my route. So I had to take a new route today, and God was like, oh, all right, I'll just throw a couple trees down on that road and make you have to take the 5. So God was listening.
So you had to?
I appreciate it, Yahweh. And
stop signs aren't so bad now.
Not anymore, no. Now when I had to turn around and go, oh, okay. All right, my other route is now blocked. I'll go do the 5 stop sign thing. So
did you make it on time?
This morning?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Whenever I have to come in early, I get up I'm so worried about oversleeping that I was here like 30 minutes earlier than I should have been.
They should tell you to come in early every day.
Yeah, because if you're coming in early, you know it's for something big.
Exactly. Like I beat Frasca in here this morning.
Wow.
Yeah, which is saying something. Yeah. So, yeah, it was no problem. I had plenty of time to do that. And God said, hey, what's up, Arum?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's your stop signs.
Go whine about your stop signs again. So I just want to check a safety check, how everyone is doing. Where are you? Do you have power? Do you have internet? What have you? What was your day like today? I think, sadly, 3 people have died in Georgia because of the storms. So I just want to, it's called a wellness check, where you're worried about a neighbor. You're my neighbors, so I'm doing a wellness check. How are you? Yeah. What are you doing? What's going on? What do you need? 404-872-0750, 1-800-WSB-TALK. A victim of Zeta is Would You Rather. We have to bail on Would You Rather because Sanjay has no power or internet. And somehow it affects his phone, Longoria.
Yeah, I was like, well, he does it on the phone all the time.
Yeah.
Through the little app that we gave him.
He couldn't look up questions online.
Probably.
Yeah, that's probably what it was.
He was texting me on his phone.
Yeah. So
that was working fine.
Yeah.
But that is an unintended catastrophe of Zeta's. No Would You Rather with little Sanjay. So he doesn't get paid today. we don't have power, and Maya's like, if you can, go get candles and flashlights, because I have run low on both. I don't even know if I have a flashlight, but the candles have been running low. So I went to Target to go to pick up some supplies at Atlantic Station, and the traffic light at Northside Drive and 17th Street wasn't completely out, wasn't flashing red, wasn't flashing yellow. It was blinking green and flashing red.
Oh, I have never seen that.
I pulled up. I was like, what the hell's going on
No
here?
one knows what to do.
No,
Yeah.
I was surprised. Everyone treated it as a four-way stop.
Okay, that's good.
But it was I've never, ever seen that. It was like a strobe light on the green. Like the green was going, but like you're at a rave, like,
Right,
and the red was just like calmly flashing, like the bass, boom, boom, boom. But everyone, and that's a busy intersection. There's like 8 lanes going each way and blah, blah, blah. But everyone handled it well, and yeah, it was crazy. So good advice from Smiling there. Please be careful as you travel about. So how are you doing? This is just a wellness check. I care about you. I want to know, you're my neighbors, you're my friends. What's going on in your neighborhood? 404-872-0750, 1-800-WSB-TALK. Don kicks us off in Cartersville. Don, welcome to the Mark Arum Show.
Hey, brother, I'm glad you're all okay. Cartersville, we had a lot of debris on Highway 20 because I left early this morning and drove all the way up to Johns Creek. But when I came to traffic lights that were out, brother, these people don't know that it's, take your time, let one road go, the next road go. These people just 7, 8 cars zooming right through a light that did not work. And I know when Captain Bless His Heart Herb was around, y'all had it every once in a while to talk about, these roundabouts and these lights and the DOT
Yes.
and I wish y'all would have one segment on how to drive, and use the rules of the road. Because
Hey, Don, your wish
buddy.
is your wish is my command. I'm going to lean heavily on Smiling Mark McKay again and the WSB Skycopter. Smile, if you want to join me here and help educate the folks when they come to traffic signals that are out, what is the rules of the road when the traffic signal is completely out, Smiling?
Completely out, a 4-way stop. If you're in a neighborhood, you've got 4 stop signs. You let the first car that gets there, you hold it, and you let that first one through, and then you just take your time. Unfortunately, Mark, we have these multiple lanes when it comes to intersections, and it's every man and woman for themselves. We've seen that throughout North Georgia this afternoon. We got to quit doing that.
Exactly. So if all the lights are out, it's treated as a stop sign. If it's flashing yellow, proceed with caution. Slow down through the intersection. Don't go 65 miles an hour, Longoria. Slow down. If it's flashing red, obviously you treat it as a stop sign. And if it's out, it's first come, first serve. Whoever gets there first goes. And we can all get through this. Yes, Smiling.
And if a tree is down, turn around. Or you may have no choice in that matter, though, Mark.
Yeah, like I did today on Collier Road. It was fantastic. Fantastic. And I had to deal with those 5 stop signs anyway. Drew's in Woodstock, Georgia. Drew, welcome to the program. How you holding up, buddy?
Hey, how are you doing today?
All things considered, no trees on my house. I was really worried about that, but everything's okay.
That's awesome. Well, I just wanted to give a huge shout out to some of the citizens of Cherokee County, Woodstock, Georgia. We were out 6 a.m. this morning cutting up trees that had already fallen across the road. Luckily, we didn't lose power, but we did have a bunch of people out there, and I had to get to work, so I ended up going back to the house and getting my chainsaw just to be able to cut my way out of my neighborhood and get over to the shop. But just a huge shout out to everybody. It's one of those type situations in a year like 2020 where it just really gives you faith in humanity again.
Yeah, absolutely. Neighbors coming together. So a tree fell down in my neighborhood, and luckily it got cleared before I got home this morning. But Maya sent me a picture of all the neighbors out there. Guy came with a chainsaw, clear. I mean, neighborly stuff. That's really good to see. Really good to see. Speaking of neighbors, the house across the street from the station here at like 5:30. I heard this huge. It was still dark. I couldn't see.
Yeah.
There's a tree. If you want to go check it out, it's still on the roof over there. But
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think everyone's all right. But
dang.
that's a scary sound.
Yeah, it was. When I heard it this morning, I mean, one has fallen in our yard before.
Yeah.
And for that split second, you're kind of like, is it coming towards the house? Because you just hear the crackle and you don't know, where it's going.
You got the snap, the crackle, and the pop.
Yep.
Do you need trees removed?
I do. I
All
got
right.
2 of them.
Call my buddy Jimmy at Heath's Tree Service. That goes for everybody. Jimmy's a good dude. He'll treat you straight. Jimmy at Heath's Tree Service. They've been in business since Longoria was in short pants. They know what they're doing. Kelly's in Douglasville. Kelly, welcome to the program.
Hey, how are you guys?
Excellent. What's going on?
Well, I just wanted to call because we lost our power this morning, and it was like 3 in the morning, and my youngest, who is 8 years old, has been saving flashlights and crab lights for many years, and so we had to go raid her room to find all the flashlights.
What's a crab light?
You put it on your forehead and you look for crabs on the beach.
Oh, nice.
She sleeps with one on her head just in case something happens.
Every night?
Every night.
And she's 24?
She's 8.
Oh, okay. All right. That's a lot better, Kelly. I'm just kidding. But everyone's safe and you guys are doing
Yes.
okay?
Yes, we're good.
Yeah, I had to run out. I can't remember the last time I bought a flashlight. Like, those are just things you accumulate over time. I went out and bought 2 new flashlights today. They're very expensive.
A good one, yeah.
Yeah, I got good ones. I'm not going to skimp on keeping my house lit. Just doing a welfare check. How's everyone doing out there? Reached out to Georgia Power. Hopefully get a representative on, get an update from them. 404-872-0750, 1-800-WSB-TALK. On Twitter and Instagram at Mark Arum. This is The Mark Arum Show. We ran long tonight on Hannity. No, I'm just kidding. We did run long, so I can't take a call right now, but I'll get to your calls as soon as we come back. Taking your wellness check, if you will. How you doing? Do you still have power? We're going to get someone from Georgia Power on. Also on the show, the hardest working cities in the United States, where Atlanta ranks on that list, credit cards and dating, and the rise of pet surrenders. It's a sad story. That's a sad COVID story. But I want to check on you. Most importantly, do you have power? How you holding up? What can we do for you? How can we be neighborly? 404-872-0750, 1-800-WSB-TALK. If you want to tweet at Sanjay for being a wimp, it's at Silky the Luckbox for bailing on Would You Rather. News, weather, traffic next. This is The Mark Arum Show.
Hey, this is Louis Anderson, and you're listening to The Mark Arum Show.
639, 73 degrees on Peachtree Street. Is probably still 85 degrees in my house because I have no power. Chris Chandler has been an adult longer than I have. I'm not saying that you're older than me because we're about the same age, but you're more mature than I am.
Slightly.
All the food in my fridge and freezer, it's gone, right? I mean, it's been out. Power's been out for 13 hours now.
Yeah.
Done. Get rid of it? I mean,
I don't know. Well, you have been a bachelor more recently than I have, so you tell me.
I'm not used to having food in my fridge. That's what I don't know.
I would keep it, except I would smell the milk. That's what I would say.
All right. Maya, if you're listening, smell the milk.
That's what I would say.
That's from the official news voice of the South.
Thank you.
Chandler.
And so you take that advice, and we'll see if we see you tomorrow.
I'm so mad because last night after the show, I went home, and we have 2 types of ice cream. We have, plain vanilla, Publix Green-wise. It's delicious. Love it. And then we had this fancy, gelato. It's really expensive, but it's really, really expensive.
And now?
But I said, you know what? Maya didn't want any ice cream. I'm like, I'll just have the plain vanilla, and I'll have the good stuff with you when you want it. And now it's gone. Now it's toast.
Just milk. Drink it for breakfast.
Drink it for breakfast. Thank you. Chris Chandler in the newsroom. Just checking in to see how you folks are doing. Still many without power, including yours truly. Steve's in Gainesville. Steve, what's going on, buddy?
Well, we just got power as y'all were away on your commercial break.
Nice.
It's been out for about 12 hours. So congratulations to Georgia Power and our friends at Jackson EMC and all those good folks.
They're doing an amazing job. And you know what? They called, we got help from Tennessee and South Carolina. Other states came in and brought their line crew. Here's a question I have. I mean no disrespect for the line crews. So they're risking their lives. They're out there. What happens when there's nothing going on? You know what I mean? Do they just go out and tend to lines and busy work kind of stuff?
I think that there's regular service and maintenance on things.
Is there?
One of my husband's friends works for Georgia Power.
Okay.
And it kind of came up one night. Yeah, they have regular maintenance and things that they have to do, and they get a lot of calls even for individual houses.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I don't think they're just sitting around watching Netflix.
No, because one of my good friends is a firefighter, and I know that they do a lot of work. But I constantly bust his chops, being like, "You do nothing unless there's a fire." And he's like, "That's not true." And he's like, they always work out. He always works out. He's in great shape. I'm like, all you do is work out, man. You work like once a month. And he's not in Atlanta, by the way. This is in Connecticut.
That'd be kind of a great job, right? Just to get paid to exercise.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I of course I'm kidding, but I didn't know. Like, I guess Lyman. There's enough daily work to go out there, but they really earn their pay on times like this. Chick is in Marietta. Chick, welcome to the show. How are you?
Doing great, Mark. How are you?
Excellent. What's going on in Marietta?
Oh, gosh. Well, I was up listening to you very early this morning. I'm in East Cobb. My restaurant's in Kennesaw. We've spoken before.
Yeah.
But real quick, before I get into that story, I do have a really nice Whitey Ford baseball card. I'd be glad to give you after hearing your Whitey Ford story.
Oh, that's so awesome. Thank you, dude.
Yep. So anyway, I'm up listening, trying to figure out what's going on. No power here. Find out that there's no power at the restaurant. The problem is that I had a catering job scheduled for today.
Oh, no.
So I just assumed that was canceled, but then I lost cell phone service. So I can't get in touch with anyone after about 8 o'clock in the morning. So I drive into the restaurant anyway, still no cell phone service there, decide to drive over to where the client is, but get in touch with someone on the way to find out that they're there. And not only do they still want their meal, but they wanted to see if I could get there a little bit early.
Oh, wow. So what did you wind up doing?
So I turned around, went to the restaurant by myself in the dark. I had some of the food prepped, nice salad, nice appetizer, but everything cold. And so they ended up getting pimento cheese sandwiches for lunch.
Listen.
I mean, I didn't have any power. There wasn't anything I could do, but at least they ended up with a good meal.
Listen, I will never turn down a pimento cheese sandwich. That's good stuff. We lost power twice this morning at the station.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
We have generators, though, don't we?
We do, yeah. And it was because it's weird because the only way you can tell, because the generator kicks in instantaneously, the only way we could tell is what the air conditioner cuts out. And so we were in there this morning, and the air conditioner cuts out, and Frasca's like, I think we lost power. Meanwhile, the lights are on, the TV's on. I'm like, what? She goes, the air conditioner. I'm like, oh, yeah. It gets oddly quiet when they're. And that happened twice today, but that generator. You have a generator at your house?
I do not. No.
Yeah, me neither. My parents have one.
I'm not that rich. I can't afford
Your wife is. Your wife can afford the generator. All right, we'll come back, finish up your calls. Just doing a welfare check. Hundreds of thousands, I believe, still without power in Metro Atlanta. How you holding up? What can we do to help you? 404-872-0750, 1-800-WSB-TALK. Only with you till 7, and then it's the Kirby Smart Show and the Bulldog All-Stars on your home of the dogs. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk. Coverage of Triple Team Traffic continues tomorrow morning, 4:30 a.m. Atlanta's Morning News with Scott Slade, myself, Mark McKay, Ashley Frasca, Veronica Rowe. We got you covered, and we'll have you covered throughout the overnight hours on all the power outages and et cetera. Because it's a short show, and I took so many calls, all the stuff that you researched, Deborah, we'll slide that tomorrow. I'll talk
good. That makes my day easiasier.
Yeah, well, come up with a couple, maybe sprinkle in a little freshie.
Yeah.
But there were some good stories today that I didn't get a chance to. Just want to know how you guys are doing out there. Eric's in Kent. Eric, what's going on in your neighborhood, buddy?
Hey, Mark. Glad you and your folks are all safe and sound, my friend.
Likewise, buddy.
Hey, I was driving at 5 o'clock this morning. I live in Canton. Had to go to Chattanooga. Had to go see the boss. And so driving through this, it was really gnarly, and I was really impressed. There were fire engines along the main roads. Firemen are out here in these 40, 50-mile-an-hour winds. They're cutting branches and trees up, clearing them out of the road, because obviously the city and county folks hadn't got out yet. They're out there on the front lines of this mess.
You are 100% right. I forgot so we have all these police scanners in the traffic center and fire scanners. And one of I forgot what county it was. I wish I could remember. I shout them out. They had all their trucks out doing tree removal. And the dispatcher's like, just don't even call them in. You see them, write them down, clear it, do it, because there were so many. And I wish I knew, but it was such a madhouse this morning. But yeah, firefighters were out there just clearing trees, doing what it was great stuff. Mike's in Woodstock. Mike, what's going on in your area, buddy?
Hey, I just wanted to tell you that Harbor Freight sells a generator that is a lifesaver for about $300.
I got one.
You can afford that, Longoria.
Yeah, I can flip
Look
that.
at you.
That's right. I bought a 10,000-watt generator right before Y2K, the big scare.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
I had my electrician fix my house so that if the fire went off, I could go down and throw a switch and crank that generator up, and it would power most of my house. And furthermore, if the linemen that work for the power company come out, I wouldn't fry him because I had the distance switch.
So where are these available, Mike? I'm going to go get one.
Harbor Freight.
Harbor Freight.
That 10,000 watt, I bought at Home Depot back in 1999.
So you know what the problem is? In Y2K, I bought a Hannity's Food Patriot buckets instead of a generator.
How's that doing to you?
They're in my fridge, so it probably went bad because my power's out.
Way to go.
Robin is in Atlanta. Robin, how you holding up, buddy?
Doing great. Thanks, Mark. We are at just off of Howell Mill at Collier and DeForest Ferry. We've been out since 4:15 this morning.
You're my neighbor.
Yes, I know. Yeah, I've heard you mention our restaurant, Das Barbecue.
Oh, love Das Barbecue. Yeah. Are you guys open?
Oh, gosh, we are not. Well, we're selling pulled pork sandwiches and brisket sandwiches.
I'm on my way. I'm on my way.
Awesome. Awesome. I have an apartment complex next door that is also out, and the residents are calling me, fussing at me, that the power's out. I sure wish I could fix it for them.
Well, I'm glad there's some good news there because I don't know if you've driven down to Forest with those 5 new stop signs yet. But it's,
oh, gosh, isn't that fun?
No. Robin, be safe. Thanks for calling in. Let's do star of the show.
And now, are you guys ready for the Mark Arum star of the show?
No brainer. All the line men and women putting the power back on. All the firefighters and first responders, they're out there in the wee hours this morning clearing trees and helping folks out. You guys and gals did an amazing job. Thank you from everyone here at the station, everyone in North Georgia. Keep up the good work. We hope you stay safe. Bulldog All-Stars and Coach Kirby Smart Show coming up next. Tomorrow we get a full show, big full 2 hours.
If everyone's power's back on,
If everyone's power's back on. Thanks to Jazzercise filling in for Low T Chuck. And we'll continue the conversation on Twitter and Instagram at Mark Arum. Again, if you want to give Sanjay grief for bailing today, it's at Silky the Luck Box on Twitter and Instagram. In the meantime, go to sleep, little baby.
Go to sleep, you little baby. Guests of the Mark Arum Show stay at the All Suite Omni Hotel, located in the heart of Chicago's Magnificent Mile.